All right, you guys, we did it. We made it halfway through the year. It's the Q2 close, which means dividends are dropping in hot. And this month was awesome. It was full of meeting new people, especially people from the finance community. But it was just so cool to meet people who you talk to regularly in the DMs and then meet them in real life and you just kind of vibe. And obviously we all are similarly like-minded in our own personal finance spaces. So it's really cool to connect, and got to also host a FIRE meetup in Los Angeles at a park downtown. So I'm so excited to do more of those this year. But yeah, I know it was gonna be a spending month just because I'm booking travel, and yeah, it just slowly adds up. But I'm excited to talk numbers with you, get into my June spending, what I spent, what I saved, and how I am tracking on my journey to FIRE. So if you're new here, FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. I am 29 years old and planning on retiring early at 35. I'm saving and investing enough money to become work optional and never have to work again for the rest of my life, unless I really want to. So if you're too interested in learning about financial independence, following me on my journey, living your best life, be sure to subscribe to Millennial Money Honey, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops, and like this video so we can spread the fire. Let's talk money, honey. All right, let's get right into my June numbers. If you need a little bit of context, I am a 29-year-old graphic designer working in big tech, and I live at home with my parents. I don't have things like rent going on right now, so I'm very blessed in that sense. But everything else is just my regular daily spending. I did spend a lot this month for someone who literally has really no housing expenses. With that being said, let's dive into my numbers. So income. Paycheck was $7,220.39. This is a little bit higher than average because we had an extra paycheck this month. Resale, I made $334.82, which is really high for me. I think I made over half my resale profits in just this month alone. My total for the year is like $611. I had really high ticket items that are selling. Bridesmaid's dress from a couple years ago for $63.20, and resold this Chloe coat to a friend for $75. That actually was just I sold it to her what I bought it for. But yeah, just high ticket items like that. Oh yes, and another bridesmaid's dress, which were all kind of my break even dresses. So I didn't really make a ton of profit actually if you go back and look at what I bought everything for. But it's just kind of fun to see that I made $334 reselling stuff. Freelance, I made $0. That totally wrapped that up. Last month, cashback, I made $110.32. $50 of that was from my Citi double cashback card, which is just a credit card that, you get 2% cash back on everything. It's really easy. I just applied for the Chase Sapphire Preferred though, and I should get approved in the next day or so, but I wanted to hop on that $100,000 mile bonus. And even though 2% might be more minimalistic and easy, I just, part of me just likes getting quote unquote free travel. So I don't know if I'm gonna become the travel hacking whiz, but I am dipping my toes in the water. So we'll see how this goes. I don't think I spend enough annually to warrant getting the reserves, but if I do like it, I can always upgrade, and got the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and we'll see how that goes. So if you want to use my sign up to get the $100,000 point bonus, be sure to check out the link below. Apparently it is a really, really, really great deal. Good bang for your buck. So even with the $95 fee, which I tried to get waived and my branch didn't do it, so I just paid it. Interest, I earned $3.50 from my high yield savings account. Dividends, I earned $498.27, which is a lot. It is the end of the half, which means June is just June 30th is the payout date for a lot of these dividends. So almost $500. Next year in June, I will be earning $500 for sure. That was a good month for dividends. And then in December, that's the big payday. So thousands of dollars just in dividends. So I'm excited about that. For Millennial Money Honey, I made $1,490.06. So I gave a personal finance 101 talk to a sorority. I did a couple of brand deals, and then I also have a couple of brand deals in the pipeline that I'm working on. So those are really exciting, and I definitely will even have more in July. Still tracking to earn approximately, I think, $10,000 from Millennial Money Honey brand this year. I'm manifesting this because this is also part of my plan for when I take a year off next year, which more on that in another video. I will be talking about my plan to take a whole year off from the corporate life, take a corporate sabbatical. And then other $0. In expenses, house is 0, utilities 0. Transportation, now that we are able to go places, Uber and Lyft have started back up in my expense column. So transportation, $29.67. And then groceries, I spent $92.69 for the month. Food, I spent $567.97, which, if you remember from my May video, I spent $460.01, and I was like, whoa, this is a lot. June, even more, which I thought like I was gonna stay under, but I will share with you what pushed me over, and that is I got a brand deal that was, like more than I could have possibly even imagined. And so I went to Mastro's to celebrate and paid for that meal. Yeah, and that was really exciting. So yeah. Work, I spent $67.08. Since I was hosting a meetup this month, I went and got $30 worth of donuts, which honestly, I didn't know donuts were so expensive these days. It was like $30 for a dozen. I don't know why I thought donuts would be like kind of affordable. Guess they're not. I mean, $30 is relatively nothing, but only a dozen, like, I don't know, not very cost efficient. I wouldn't recommend. Entertainment. $240.85. So I did some really cool things like Top Golf and this thing called the Omega Mart, which is part of this Area 15 like art / installation exhibit, cool like puzzle escape room thing. It's so hard to explain, but honestly, it was really cool. So spent some money on that. Travel, $360.70. So again, I'm booking flights to meet up with my friends in Salt Lake City, booking Airbnbs. That is kind of like upfront costs. And then I'm also going to be, spending. So that'll be reflected in my like July spending though. Car, health, and shopping, $0. Gifts, $253.60. So apparently a lot of my friends have birthdays this month, and my best friend is having a baby. I couldn't attend her bridal shower, so I sent some gifts. I had friends who recently purchased homes, so just got them some housewarming gifts. Yeah, just little stuff like that kind of all added up for the month of June. And then miscellaneous was $0. For my savings, my 401k and IRA are maxed out, so $0. Also savings, didn't really save anything. My brokerage, I put in $6,620, quite a bit. SEP IRA, $0, and I do not have an HSA. And so after putting money in my brokerage, my checking had just that leftover money, so $3,037.36. For my totals, let's get into that. My income, I made $9,657.36 this month. Almost a 10K month, but not quite. Fell a little bit short of that. Expenses, I spent $1,636.18, which I honestly think is a little bit high considering, again, that I really don't have any housing costs. So like, imagine if I had housing in addition to that, that would be closer to like mid to upper 2000s. If I weren't living at home, like truly this is more money than I have been spending even when I did have rent back in like 2019 or early 2020. Prior to living at home with my parents, I was like spending this much on average. So I need to go back and reassess like what is making my spending so high. I would spend on average like $1,600 a month with rent is what I'm saying. So I'm kind of confused about like this extra spending. I don't know. Need to look into this more. Clearly, I've not done much reflection on like my money tracking and habits. So yeah, savings between everything, I saved $8,021.18 for a savings rate of 83.06 So still in the 80% range, really great, and can't complain about everything. My savings rate for the year, let's look at that. My savings rate year to date is 86%. My goal is 85% for the year. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna make that with how things are going. I know July is going to be a really spendy month. Again, a couple weddings, another trip with my besties, and just big plans. Exciting, but spendy. And it kind of makes me wonder if I need to reassess my spending plan for taking a year off. So I still have time. Wouldn't happen until 2022, so don't need to worry about that yet. And on to my favorite part of this video. The least expensive item that I bought, like aside from my regular boring things, was Target Starbucks. I spent $3.85 on a cinnamon iced Americano venti. So honestly, like that's a pretty cheap drink for a venti. The most expensive thing I spent on this month was Mastro's a steak dinner, and trust me, I balled out like $287.67. 2 cocktails, steak, a shrimp cocktail, a salad wedge, and then obviously I had to get the butter cake. The butter cake is just to die for. My least favorite expense was when I went axe throwing. I spent $5.42 on socks because I forgot socks at home. You had to wear closed-toed shoes and they made you buy socks. Like similar to bowling, how that works. You have to buy your own socks for your bowling shoes. So yeah, if you guys ever go axe throwing, be sure to wear closed-toed shoes or bring socks so you don't have to buy your own socks. And then my favorite was Topgolf coming in at $137.43. I love Topgolf. We did it in Vegas and it was so much fun to just like chill, drink cocktails, eat, and golf terribly. I'm a horrible golfer. Not a slick of talent, but by golly, it was fun. So that was my favorite thing that I spent money on. 100% worth it. Honestly, like all the experiential stuff, like I'm looking back at this and like kind of reliving each thing that I spent money on, and it's bringing me joy. So I'm like, wow, yeah, this is awesome. Like I am so happy I got to do those things. So yeah, that was my June spending. You know, overall, like I really am enjoying like this summer, and especially like as things are opening up again, like it has been amazing to hang out, to be with my friends again and people and like doing things with them. Like that's what honestly I live for and what I think we all live for. And just sharing those shared experiences, I think truly brings me such joy, and it's worth the money. And I realize now, like, if this is how I'm gonna spend, like maybe I do need to like reconsider like more of a fat fire type lifestyle, so I don't really have to ever even think about spending. Having to say no to my friends, that is not something I ever really want to do, is to like have to turn it down a friend and doing something fun with them because I don't have the money to. My spending trends and like talking about it aloud, it's like making me realize like, oh dang, like maybe I need more money. You know, now that I've reached Coast 5, which is just like I have enough money to never have to invest again, and I'll still reach my 1.5 million at retirement age of like 65. If I just keep only earning the amount I need to live off of. I guess I'm a more lavish girl than I think even. I'm bad at budgeting because I always tend to underestimate like how much I'm spending, and I think that's kind of like showing here too. Like maybe I need to readjust my fire numbers. So something to think about. I don't know what your thoughts are. If you've seen or looking at my spending habits, you can judge me all you want. That's what this is for, but kind of interesting to see. And with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like it, give it a thumbs up so we can spread the fire, and yeah, just hit that YouTube algorithm. Haven't broken it yet, but maybe one day. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drop, and let's retire early together.